You know, when we speak about a family that has got different political ideologies, we're speaking about the Zuma family. From Duduzane Zuma to Duduzile Zuma to Jacob Zuma to Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma and their other children. And specifically in this video, I want to concentrate on one of their daughters, Thuthukile Zuma, and what she said was so amazing. Let's get into that.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I am your host, King053, Mr. Easy Imali Enengineng. And we're back at it again, ladies and gentlemen, with another one. And this time around, we go to the Zuma family, where we speak to, or we cover one of our queens, Thuthukile Zuma, the daughter of Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma and Jacob Zuma. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma and Jacob Zuma, in their marriage, had 4 daughters only. Thuthukile Zuma, Duduzane Zuma, they are from a different mother, and from this specific mother, there was four daughters, and we're speaking now about the last born. I believe she was born in 1989. I remember when she was made communication personnel of the Department of Communication, and I can't remember, but I remember her from that time, and it was very interesting to see her. She began a little bit, how do I put it without being offensive, less anyana on the body, if you know what I'm trying to say. So she was interviewed at ENCA, at Newsroom Africa, excuse me. And what she said, I think most of us can take away a lot from what she said, because coming to the election time, you meet so many people with a different ideology from yourself, with a different understanding of politicians, with a different judging criteria from yours, with a different mind when it comes to voting or not. You will even meet people who say, I don't want to vote. And some of those people are close friends, colleagues, and some of them are even family. Now, in the Zuma family, there is such a diversity when it comes to political ideology. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma still an MP in the ANC, and the daughter in question now, Thuthukile Zuma, is still a member in the youth league of the ANC. I'm not sure what position she holds right now. I know she was running for deputy president or whatever on the election. I don't think she won. And then you've got Duduzane Zuma and his twin, who are in different political parties. One is in Mkhonto Wesizwe, the other one started his own party, and then of course their famous father, who is now running as the president of Mkhonto Wesizwe. Now let's listen to what Thuthukile said, and break down the important thing. You know, there's a takeaway from this video, a lesson for all of us to learn. Listen to this.
Does it concern you at all, or like the tug of war sometimes that would happen, that on one end, for instance, you have your father, who's a former president of the ANC, now endorsing the MK party. On the other hand, you have your mother, of course, who's still a member of the cabinet. She did say that she will be retiring after the end of the 6th administration, and people trying to pull you in different directions. I've seen some of the responses to the X as well.
Well, with regards to people trying to pull me in different directions, I have one direction, and that is being a member and a leader of the ANC in Greater Johannesburg. People will always have their opinions, they'll always have their views, but they always have had their views. The views and opinions didn't start in December 16. They started really as far as I can remember. Yeah. I don't remember a time in my life where people didn't have views about my parents and, by extension, views about me. So that's kind of always been my reality, unfortunately.
Yeah. And how do you navigate that space?
Well, I think one, a thick skin, but two is just to remain focused because I am an activist. I joined the Youth League when I was 16 years old. And what prompted me to join the Youth League is not people's views about anything, but it's about my consciousness and my political convictions about where I think this country should go, about the plight of black people, Africans in particular, about the transformation that's needed in this country. And so what I do is I spend my energy and my time pursuing that within my political home, which is the ANC.
Yeah, and that's another interesting bit about that as well, is that, well, your brother as well, Thuthukile, he's launched his own political party as well. And I wonder sometimes amongst you guys as siblings, the conversations that you have about the politics and the political landscape in the country.
Well, right now, everyone's busy campaigning. No, but on a serious note, yeah, everyone's campaigning, so it's busy. Cool. But look, you know, there's no two human beings. I've never met two human beings, even identical twins, that are exactly alike. And so whether you are family, whether you are married, whether you are, you know, however close your relations are, no two human beings are the same. And so within a particular context, in this instance, family, there'll always be different views and different opinions. And so it's nothing really shocking. I don't think you've met two people who are exactly alike.
Yeah.
And I think part of what the ANC fought for is the right, the freedom to associate, is the right to belong to any political formation that you want to. That is what the ANC fought for. That's what they envisioned. So they are living out exactly what the ANC fought for them to do.
Yeah.
I think this African queen has shown maturity in the way she answered the question, and I like saying that she has never met any two persons that think the same and do things the same. And being born in this family, this political royal family, you are expected to move the way your parents move, especially moving the way your father moves, especially for a guy like Zuma, who's expected to follow his father wherever his father goes. The other sons, Zuma's sons, they've chosen to stay away from the limelight, you know, and all of that. So you get into a position where in our lives we are going to get in disagreements with people, especially when it comes to the political ideology. But what I'm taking away from what the Queen has said is that it does not matter which political house or banner that you associate to yourself with. As long as we are family, we respect each other, we will then respect the space for us to practice that freedom of association, that of which obviously the ANC has fought hard for, to say every person must have freedom to associate with any political party they have. And now you will find that in other YouTube channels, you find a YouTube channel that is 100% against the EFF, and you are an EFF member and you hate what they are saying about the EFF, and you go there, and because you are not going to be able to change people's mind on the comment section, and you are attacking the host of that YouTube channel because you think you are right and they are wrong. They will never see your right. They will never see your right, and you will never see them as right, you know. So it's a waste of time. Respect people in this time and age of politics. Like, let's show the maturity of saying, okay, we agree to disagree. I really don't agree with you, but I'm going to respect the fact that you think ATM is the best political party, for example, and you know, you think that you should vote for the DA. I strongly disagree, but if that's how you feel, because we need to understand as Pan-Africanists especially, that the process of converting our people is slow. It's slow. Not everyone understands what Pan-Africanism is. Everyone just throws that word out there. Pan-African. But understanding how long it will take for us to reconscientize our people to their original self as Africans, it's going to take many years. It's a process. I always do the analogy of seed time and harvest. We planting the seed. The seed must first die before it germinates underneath the ground. We must water it. After watering it, we must now protect it from birds coming and eating the tree before it grows, worms and all of that. It must be planted in good soil. After that, it must grow, and then we must continue to prune it and to make sure the tree grows and make sure that the fruits come and all of it. There is such a long process, because the process of taking our African consciousness took over 300 years in Africa, 400 you can say that. So between 300 and 400 years, that's how long these colonizers took to take our language out of our minds, to take our spirituality, to take us away from the land, to take, so many years that these people have worked systematically to make us fight each other, to make us hate each other, to have classism. Those who are rich hate those who are poor. Those who are educated hate those who are less informed, and all of these things. Those who are green hate those who are blue. Those who are yellow hate those who are white, and all of those stuff. It took such a long time. It takes a different type of maturity that Thuthukile is showing, to say, listen, I know how people are expecting our family to behave, but I have my own beliefs. I have my own understanding of how life works, and I respect what my siblings does. It's always a debate. It's always nice when you are debating with your family and friends and colleagues about politics, but don't debate in trying to always be to have the last word. When you're debating politics with other people, they are so passionate about the ANC, they are so passionate about the EFF, and then in those banners, we then forget that we are African first before we are any other thing. We are African first before we are Christian, Muslim, or whatever. We are African first. If we can bring that love of Africa, of Ubuntu, and then it becomes so easy to spread your Christian love within the African banner. It becomes so easy for you to spread your Islamic love to what within the Pan-African banner. Understand? Because if you start with the Christian banner, you block those who are not Christian. But if you start with the Pan-African banner, it's easy to reach those who are atheists. You reach those who are African spiritualists. You reach those who are Christians. It's easy to reach. When we come here, you say, I'm speaking as an African. Before anything else, I'm speaking as an African. So that is what Pan-Africanism is looking at the situation and analyzing and understanding, okay, we are at different stages of our Pan-African journey. Some are at grade 0, others are matriculating, others are still in primary, and so you can hear how people reason on the comment section that no, maturity has not yet reached this person, because they believe they are right, and in their right they will then insult you in trying to prove that you are wrong. Let's not be one of those people. The elections are coming. When you're debating about the political party that you love, the EFF, the ANC, the MK, debate from a position of love, and don't debate. Right now, most people are, especially those who are informed, who got information, they have already kind of decided who they're going to vote for. So it's not going to be easy to convert someone from MK to ANC, from ANC to EFF. Right now, people, grown people, mature people have already decided who they're going to vote for. So debate from the point of love, and I believe from the point of love and Pan-Africanist, it then becomes easier to maybe put a seed in someone's mind to think about when you are no longer there, to say, listen, what King said actually makes point. I think the ANC did drop the ball there, or I think the EFF is correct in that point, or I think the MK can do better when it comes to that. You self-reflect when you are alone, because the seed is planted. But when you scream and fight with people and all of that, I'm telling you, my African brothers and sisters, we will go nowhere. So I like this short interview that I played for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it, and it's something to think about, man, because in our families, especially my family that is so ANC rooted, my family, woo, guys, yo, I'm seeing my sister next week. My sister is a pure communist, and you know, is in the ANC like nobody's business. I told you that my mother in the past and my sister currently still holding positions in the ANC. So you can just imagine. You can just imagine the debates I have with them, comparing the ANC with the EFF and the MK and all of that. It's if you don't have unlimited airtime, you don't call my sister trying to debate about politics, because she's got points for days. So I'm sure it's the same in almost everyone's family, you know. And if you are lucky that your family is not so updated in politics, it is your responsibility as a Pan-Africanist to try and give them information that says, this is the political party that can unite Africans, instead of a political party that is dividing us Africans. From this political party, we're gaining 1, 2, 3, and from this political party, we're gaining 1, 2, 3. It shows maturity as a Pan-Africanist. I don't know if you guys agree or not. On the comment section, you'll obviously voice out. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Click the subscribe button and make sure that you hit that bell icon so that you can be notified every time your boy drops a video. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. And after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.